I'm here today to talk to you about a prior citizenship by investment project that used to be in existence. It was pulled off as a citizenship by investment project. I'm going to tell you the history of it, a little bit what went on from what I was told by a lawyer. I actually looked at this project in 2005, and this is one of the reasons you need to be careful when you buy property in St. Kitts. You need to know something about the developer. You need to know the history of what's going on. This development actually was already finished when all this was going on, which I'm getting ready to tell you about. But all of these buildings here, I'll move over here where you can see, I'll walk over. All of these were totally finished, as you can see right here. And you always want to be careful when a new citizenship project's been developed, especially if it's not off the ground yet. This one was totally off the ground. All of these units were actually built, totally finished. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this lawyer told me at the time. This was in 2005. And since then, all of the, this whole project was actually defunct from the system of being a citizenship by investment project. It's got an incredible location right on one of the best beaches next to the Marriott in St. Kitts. The problem, I'll tell you the history, they could make a movie out of this. What happened was the guy that started this, I'm going to kind of walk around, that started this project, and by the way too, the ocean is right behind these buildings. That's how close it is. It's really got a great location. But the guy that started this, he had it with his, he and his wife started the project, and this was back actually before 2005. And it was a qualified citizenship project at one time. And what happened was he actually had this as a in a trust. What I was told by this lawyer, he was in a trust. And what happened was the guy was involved in some, according to what this lawyer was telling me, some sort of Ponzi scheme or something. And what happened was he used this as kind of a collateral if that went under. So when it went under, there was a lawsuit against the trust. And evidently what happened was they continued to sell these, while the lawsuit was going on, they sold these units to other people. And I talked to a few lawyers, they said don't buy. It's in a lawsuit, you're gonna have problems. Don't buy here. So consequently what happened was I was told by this guy that the titles were not good. They ended up losing money from it. I mean, this is what he told me. You got what's called guaranteed funds here, which works like title insurance. But if the titles are not actually put through action where they actually go through and you actually get the title, I don't see where that's going to really help you any. This is why you really need to know something about checking around when you go to St. Kitts and you're looking for not just St. Kitts, Dominica, any of these places that you're getting with us in Portugal. We deal with about 67 citizenship by investment and residency by investment countries. And we got a lot of different real estate projects. We've never had one with our clients that have ever gone under in any of our projects, but we do a lot of checking. And I did a lot of checking on this one and found out they had problems. And we shied away from it totally. And this was a project with this totally built, finished. And these people were still allowed to sell these units even when it was in the lawsuit. Why that was not stopped, I don't know. But I mean, this is the thing you need to look for when you're buying a property. And also, like I mentioned to you before, when you buy a property in St. Kitts, make sure that it has not been used for citizenship before January the 1st, 2012 on old properties, because it cannot be used again if it was bought before January the 1st, 2012. Now the law changed, and any unit bought for citizenship after that time period, that date, can be used for citizenship again. But it's important that you know this, because if you don't, you could literally get a passport, and if you buy from one that was bought before January the 1st, 2012, the government really should change that law. I think it's a stupid law they've got. They should just get all the projects that were qualified for citizenship, even if they were bought before January the 1st, 2012, and change that and allow all the developments that were used for citizenship even before January 1st, 2012 to be used again, just like on all the new projects now that were after January 1st, 2012. It's just a headache. And some of the records, I've heard some realtors mention that the records, some of them, the real old ones, can't be really located or found out if it was ever used for that, for citizenship before, on some of the other projects, the real old ones. So you need to be careful on that, but those are where some of your best deals are. If you want to get some close to the $200,000 mark, that's where you find it. We've got quite a few at the $200,000 mark. That's a requirement to get citizenship in St. Kitts. People say you can't find them. You can. We've got them. So if you want a unit that's right at the $200,000 mark, it qualifies for citizenship, we can help you do that. But it's important that you know. Also, be careful when you deal with lawyers in St. Kitts. There are some, like I say, bad lawyers in St. Kitts. You need to be careful who you're dealing with, because you can get screwed up. I know one right now that's in the midst of took some clients' monies and wired them to the wrong place. It's important that you know who you're dealing with. I've learned this from past experiences dealing with lawyers here. You have to, be careful who you deal with. If you got a question or comment, put it below. Also, if you want to subscribe for new videos, we got all different citizenship by investment programs, and also we got a heavy concentration in St. Kitts of the different developments, the advantages and disadvantages of the development, and we can tell you if there's a problem with that development, because we've done a lot of research, and you need to know who you're doing business with. Why pay all that money and then find out that it's squandered down the drain somewhere? Like I said, if you're interested, we got 67 citizenship by investment or residency by investment countries that we deal with, not just St. Kitts. Go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and hit the icon that's got questions at the top, and you can answer those questions, and we'll be glad to get back with you. And if you want to get your taxes to zero, close to zero, we can help you with that too. Look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.